you may kiss your bride.
Have a seat for a moment.
All right, this is an appeal. Let's see. From the findings and recommendations that were filed by the Child Support Magistrate September the 17th of 2025, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
No.
The defendant, the state only has one correction to make on the worksheet.
All right. Then being an appeal, it is a trial de novo from the Child Support Magistrate. So you may put on your proof, General Miller.
Your Honor, this is the appeal from the magistrate's findings
Scroll down just.
to set aside the voluntary acknowledgement. The magistrate denied the defendant's request. I have the mother on Zoom, Ms. Alicia Eagle. So if we want to place her.
Ms. Eagle, I need you to unmute your device and let me place you under oath. All right, if you will raise your right hand and let me place you under oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this case to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
All right, thank you. General Miller.
Would you state your name for the court, please?
Alicia Eagle.
Okay, Ms. Eagle, are you the mother of Jackson?
I am.
Okay. And Jackson was born when?
November 25th, 2014.
Of 2014. Okay. And a voluntary acknowledgement was executed a couple of days after his birth. Is that correct?
Yes.
When did you meet Mr. Toller?
I met Mr. Toller May of 2014.
May of 2014?
Yes.
Okay. Were you pregnant at that time?
Yes.
Did you tell Mr. Toller you were pregnant when you met?
Yes,
Were you showing?
I was.
So at what time, do you know what time you would have conceived?
It would have been February or March of 14.
Okay. So prior to you meeting him in May?
Correct.
Did you guys live together?
We dated on and off, like throughout, from May on. I moved in officially in November of 14. Like I would go stay with him for weeks at a time, but I still lived with my mother
Okay.
in Ashland City.
Okay. And you moved in together in 2014, November 2014. Is that correct?
Yes, right prior to Jackson being born.
Okay. And so you lived together as a family for how long?
We lived in Ashland City till 2019 when we relocated to Michigan. And we lived up here for another about 6 months before we officially split up.
Did Mr. Toller hold himself out to be the father of Jackson during the time you lived together?
Yes, he was there for the time of birth. That baby was next to his side every day.
Okay. All right. And he was, you said he was present at the hospital.
Yes.
Okay. And you know that Mr. Toller had a vasectomy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there's no question that Mr. Toller is not the biological father of this child in your mind.
No.
Okay. All right. Who is the biological father?
His name is Randy Hitz.
Okay. And is he deceased?
He is.
Okay. Had he had any interaction with the child at all prior to his death?
He's seen Jackson, I want to say 2 or 3 times his whole life. There was a visit when Jackson was about 1.5, 2, where he's seen him for, I want to say, less than a couple hours. And then he's seen him 2020 for a few hours.
All righty. What year did he die?
I believe it was last fall or the year before.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's not a date I'm aware of.
All right. And did you apply for child support services in Michigan?
I did.
Okay. And they forwarded, of course, to Tennessee to establish an order of parent of support with
Yes.
Mr. Toller. Okay. Are you working?
I am.
Okay. And what is your income?
I make $15 an hour.
And how many hours?
About 32 to 40, depending on the week.
Okay. Do you have any other children in your home?
I do. I have 3 others.
Okay. And who are those children?
I have Zoe, Kylie, and Asher.
Okay. And Asher was left off the UF's application by mistake. Is that correct?
Yes. When I was filling it out, I was unaware of how to do it. And my child support office up here in Michigan was not very friendly on answering phone calls or questions. So I tried doing the best of my ability. And, I contacted my worker up here and she was unavailable.
The bottom line is you have 3 children in your home. They're your children, not stepchildren. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And Zoe will be 18 in the summer.
Yes.
Is that correct? But she won't graduate until what year?
2027.
Okay. All right. Do you have any child care costs for Jackson?
I do not.
Do you have any medical insurance costs for Jackson?
Yes. His stepfather just put him on his insurance through work. The family plan cost about $200 every 2 weeks.
200 every 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. How many people are on that plan?
There are 6 of us.
6?
Yes.
Okay. And is that insurance already in place?
He applied last week for it during open enrollment since we just recently got married. We are waiting for it to kick in. I believe it starts the 1st.
All right. Does he already have the insurance in place for other children, for the rest of your family?
Why would any man do this?
And you're just adding Jackson?
No, we are all getting added.
Okay. So all brand new insurance.
Yes.
All right. Does Mr. Toller have any parenting time with Jackson?
Ma'am, he hasn't spoke to Jackson in 363 days. He hasn't seen Jackson in 2 years since I was pregnant with Asher. So it's been just about 3 years now.
Have you done anything to prohibit him from having any contact with Jackson?
I have not. I'm actually the one that initiates all the contacts. We call Mr. Toller at least once a week. Jackson asks every day if he can call his father. Last time he has seen Jackson, I was actually the one that came to Tennessee, got a hold of Mr. Toller and asked him if he would like to take him overnight while we were there because Jackson was bugging me every hour on the way down. Mom, can we call Dad? Mom, can we call Dad?
Mm-hmm. When's the last time Jackson had overnight parenting time with Mr. Toller?
It was February of 23.
Is that here in Tennessee or Michigan?
When I was in Tennessee.
Tennessee. And at the time of your separation, Jackson was about 5, is that correct?
Yes.
So he has recall of Mr. Toller being part of the family.
Yes.
And recognizes him as his father.
He doesn't know any other man as his father. He never recognized Randy as his father. Mr. Toller is the only man that he calls dad.
Okay. That's all I have here.
So is your name still Miss Eagle, or what is your last name now?
It is still Eagle. I am putting in my appointment with Secretary of State later this week.
Okay. Isn't it true that Mr. Toller believed this child was his?
No,
That
it
you
is.
were carrying his child?
No, it is not. He knew from the get-go that I was pregnant when we met while I was working at the gas station.
Isn't it true that in the paperwork you filled out for the state in which you reside, that it says your question that you answered, I had sexual intercourse with a man other than the person I am naming as the respondent during the 30 days before or 30 days after the child was conceived, and you put no, correct?
I honestly don't remember what I put on that paperwork. And I told Miss Miller that when she called me about it, was that I was in a fog. I had a newborn baby.
I'm going to supply the court a copy of the paperwork. That's the child support enforcement transmittal number 1 initial
Oh my God. This is a nightmare.
request, in which that question is asked on page 4, paragraph 1. Isn't it true that when Mr. Hitz, the person that you have stated as the father, passed away, that you actually posted online that I'll tell Jax the truth about his father when he's old enough to understand it?
I did, because Jackson does not know Randy.
Isn't it true before his death that you actually moved him into the home with you and your child?
That is not true at all.
He didn't live in the home after Mr. Toller moved out of the residence.
No, he did not.
Isn't it true that it was only after Mr. Toller moved out of the residence that he learned who the father was?
No, it is not.
You agreed that you posted on August the 12th, 2023 online that you were going to tell your father who his father was at his when he was old enough.
You mean tell my son when
I'm
he's...
sorry, Jax, who the father was.
Yes, when he is old enough and ready. He is not in the emotional state to understand that yet.
Isn't it true that in the obituary for Mr. Hitz that that Jackson was listed as his child?
The spelling is wrong, and I had no control over that because I have no contact with Mr. Hitz's family.
But you did make the post online, correct?
I did, because I have lots of shared mutual friends.
I'd like to submit that as an exhibit to her testimony. No further questions of this witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Eagle, when you applied for services in Michigan, did you do that in person or online?
For child support services, DHS started them.
Did you meet with someone personally to
No.
complete the application?
Nope, it was all online.
Okay. Was it an error on your part that you indicated on that paragraph 4 that you did not have sexual relations with anyone else?
It was.
Or did? That's all.
No further questions of this witness.
All right. Then I'm going to mute Miss Eagle and we'll move forward with any other proof that you have, General?
Yes, sir. That's all.
Do you wish to put on proof?
Call Mr. Toller.
Mr. Toller, if you'll come around to the witness stand, please. Raise your right hand, please place under oath.
Mr. Toller, please state your full name for the court.
Christopher Odell Toller. Christopher Odell Toller.
And do you live here in Tennessee?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you previously in a sexual relationship with Miss Eagle?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did that begin?
I'm not sure of the dates. Honey, she probably know more than that.
About the date?
Yes, ma'am.
At the time you began a relationship with her, were you aware that she was expecting a child?
Not when we first started, no, ma'am.
And did you become aware that she was expecting a child?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she lead you to believe that the child was yours?
She never really said it was mine, but then we just, of course we were together and we loved, was going to go on with our family,
Did she ever tell you the child was not yours?
Yes and no, not really, but it was later, after we said, she told me about it. She was pregnant after with 3 months.
So when she was pregnant 3 months, she told you the child
Yeah.
was yours?
No, she didn't tell me it was mine, but she just said that she was pregnant.
That she was pregnant?
And then we were together, and like I said, we were going to go on with our family. Yeah.
When did you learn that the child was not yours?
I mean, we'd already been together for a while.
How long?
Probably several months into it. Yeah.
Was the child born before you learned the child was not yours?
Yes, ma'am. No, he was born before I know he was born after I knew.
Okay. So when you signed that acknowledgement of paternity, were you aware the child was not yours?
Yes, ma'am. At that time, I was. Yeah.
So did Miss Eagle move in her the father of the child after the two of you separated?
I don't think she moved him in, but he was around some.
And
According to the statements I had.
no further questions, Your Honor.
Any question?
Sure.
Mr. Teller, do you know the dates you moved in together or when you met?
No, ma'am, I do not. Like I said, it's something I just.
Could you tell she was pregnant when you met?
Not really at first I couldn't.
Okay. All right. And you stated that she never said the child was yours, never said the child was not yours.
No, ma'am. It just when we first got together, we was dating for a while. Then, like I said, I discovered that later, and like I said, we were together, and I planned on doing whatever. But then I, it was rubbed into my face that it wasn't later down the road. But.
Right. And if I understood you correctly, you said you signed the voluntary acknowledgement knowing the child was not your biological child.
Yes, ma'am. Because I thought we was going to be able to.
Okay. Were you forced to sign that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you understand what you were signing when you signed it?
Yes, ma'am. I think so.
Okay. You understood the financial responsibilities at the time that you signed it as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other witnesses?
Yes. Unmarried parentage can establish parentage. It has a rescission period of 60 days. If it's not rescinded within that 60 days, it becomes conclusive proof of parentage, including the financial responsibilities of supporting the child. Mr. Toller, the only way it can be set aside after that 60 days is under a finding of fraud, duress, or material mistake of fact. These parties both knew that he was not the biological or the father of the child, so there's no.
According to him, he says, no, he didn't know.
I can cut it short. My clients agree. We're just going to strike our appeal. It's what it is.
Then we need to run the guidelines, Your Honor.
Well, what concerns me about this is that we have a mechanism for an adoption of a child by stepfather or whatever, and we've done that today. And we have a petition to establish paternity that can be established as well. When a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity is made, it is a presumption, but it sort of seems to me against the public policy concerns to allow someone who's not the biological father of the child to acknowledge that he's the father. I know that if the biological father was living, that he would have grounds to come in and set aside that voluntary acknowledgement, because there's case law, and I've been involved as a lawyer in cases where that was the case. The biological father comes in, he asserts his rights as a father. The non-biological father who had been acting as the biological father of the child, this is a case I had down in Waverly, and had been paying child support for many years. And Judge Leonard Martin upheld my client's, the non-biological father's right as the father. Court of Civil Appeals said, no, biology triumphs the foster situation. So the appeal is stricken, and good luck to you for supporting a child that's not yours. So.
Your Honor, to correct the worksheet to include the third child, please, and that we had before, and assuming there's parents and counsel, there's not a range, I believe it's going to be the 34.
Any opposition to that? It seems to me that's just a clerical issue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well,